This video is going to be a fascinating one. I'm going to explain the neuroscience and biology of entrepreneurship. So let's say you want to start a new YouTube channel, or you want to start a new freelancing business on Fiverr, or anything else with entrepreneurship. The biology and neuroscience is about the same. So what happens? Well, when we get an idea, you have a vision, like I'm going to be the greatest freelancer, or I'm going to be the greatest YouTuber, or my new idea is so amazing and I'm going to be a billionaire. You have this grand vision. When you have this grand vision, what happens in your brain is you have a tremendous dopamine spike. Dopamine is a chemical, it's a neurochemical. It affects how you feel, and it especially affects excitement levels and motivation levels and your drive level. Now, in the moment, when you just got your idea and you told yourself, oh, I see how to get there, it's going to be amazing, great. Your dopamine level just shot up. And that's why you feel the excitement, and that's why you feel the motivation in the moment. That's great. If you ask, is it the journey? Is it the destination? Philosophically, this is fun to debate. But biologically and scientifically, this has been answered through and through. It's absolutely the case that it has to be both, because what happens? If you have this goal, I'm going to be the greatest entrepreneur in whatever field you're in, you know, most people require years and years of struggle and work. Guess what happens? Here's how your dopamine works on a day-to-day level. And of course, your goal is years away. Years is 1 day plus 1 day plus 1 day plus 1 day. So you have to understand how your dopamine works continuously on a continuous line, so that you understand how to keep it up. So usually you have any amount of dopamine in your system at any point, and they call that the baseline. So if you feel a little down or up, you basically, throughout your day, let's say you have a baseline, and let's say that you get excited. Your baseline spikes, but of course the next day it drops, and it drops and spikes proportionally to your baseline. So if it drops the next day, or if you have a small failure, or if somebody tells you something mean like your business is not going to work, and you believe that, then your dopamine drops, and you feel worse than before you got your idea. Anytime you fail, right? You work towards something, you feel great. That's dopamine being above baseline. But let's say it doesn't work out as you hoped. The more bad the outcome is, the more the drop is in your dopamine level, and you feel much worse than before, much worse. It's not that you don't go back to your baseline, you go before, and you have to work up. This is the feeling of when you're working day to day and you're meeting challenges and failure, which is essentially everybody. Well, you're basically working towards kind of like you're working with certain dopamine levels, right? And you get excited, you get drop, excited, drop, excited, drop. And here's why. It's not just the journey, it's not just the destination. Because imagine if you just work towards the destination, like I want to be a millionaire. Okay, in 5 years perhaps, let's say, it's on average a fair goal. The work that you're going to be doing, you're not going to be getting enjoyment from that. So you're just going to make your daily work drudgery. It's not going to be exciting because you only care about that goal. And so you're not going to get enough dopamine spikes on a day-to-day level to keep you going. What you have to do, now that you know, oh, I have a dopamine baseline and I have spikes, you have to give yourself the opportunity to spike your dopamine many times a day by setting little tiny goals. So instead of the goal of like, I want to be a billionaire. No. That's not enough. That's great. It's a component of it. But in addition to this great goal, you need to have many achievable daily goals so that you can constantly have dopamine in your system, constant spikes, because dopamine gives you the drive. And when dopamine is released, at the same time, adrenaline is released. They're kind of cousins. You can think of it that way. Adrenaline gives you energy to work. Dopamine gives you the drive, but what's drive without the strength, without the energy? Energy is from the adrenaline. And that's the people who are like always motivated. You see them, they don't need any motivation. They enjoy what they do on a day-to-day, and they like to put things on their to-do list, cross them off. On their to-do list, cross them off. Many. A lot of successful entrepreneurs, you will see either a calendar with many things they have to do and then they do them, or a to-do list with many detailed items that are, maybe they're not enjoyable by themselves, like writing an email. It's neutral enjoyment, but writing an email that gets me a good response and that makes a sale, or improving at my emails so that more of them get sales. See, now the improvement of my emails, that makes it more exciting for me to learn better writing. And better writing, that's going to improve all of my business, right? That's how I communicate with customers. That's how I communicate with potential clients. That's how I upsell. That's how I reach out to any potential partnership. So once you get the enjoyment from improving your writing, then you become a better writer. Things that are affected by writing improve. Then maybe you're better at making videos. Making videos by itself is boring. But when you attach it to, hey, when I make better videos, my sales will go up because my sales videos will be more effective. And then my clients will resonate with me more, and so and so. And then making videos really is exciting because, oh my God, this is the key to one of the successes. And what happens when you start to or manage your dopamine in order to do your tasks and make your tasks, those boring daily tasks, when you make them more fun and exciting, when you give yourself these little tiny goals, a few months later, a few years later, what occurs is transformation. This is key because you go from, let's say, a first-time entrepreneur who maybe is not good at communicating, not good at sales, maybe not good at video, is low confident in many things, doesn't have experience. That's common. Well, what you've done is leveled up and enjoyed leveling up and kept momentum because you enjoyed leveling up. And then you've transformed because, years later, you're an experienced, very well-rounded, highly skilled entrepreneur who can do many things. And that's amazing. And that's you enjoying the journey, and the destination happens as a bonus because you're actually enjoying your life. Because why do you need $1 million? To enjoy your life? Aha, right? This is how you enjoy every day. And of course, this fixes this problem that many people have, which is a lot of people have this issue where like they wake up in the morning and life just seems a little bit pointless and it's hard to get going and there's no point to anything. They're not looking forward to anything in their day. This is common. It's not everyone. I don't have this, or at least I have this extremely rarely. Probably everyone feels this extremely rarely, but many people feel this often. And it's a very kind of like sunk feeling, like very hopeless. You're experiencing a severe drop in dopamine. And what this video was about is how to get out of those funks and how to give yourself many things to look forward to, little tiny wins to look forward to throughout your day to raise, right? When your baseline of dopamine is basically the average of your spikes and lows. And so you're basically raising your dopamine. And basically, you're teaching yourself good habits, you're enjoying your work, you're happy in the day-to-day, and then you get to a goal. So that is how to make your biology, how to make the neuroscience of what's going on in your entrepreneurship journey work for you instead of randomly not understanding what's really going on, why there's frustration, how to deal with frustration, etc.